Maat 789. Maat 789. Today we choose to immortalize them. Our own ancestors that planted it, that built it, firmly built it, that formed its foundation, that hall of fame. Today we choose to remember them. Amen-Ra of old, Horus of old, King Tut of old, Akhenaton of old, Nefertiti of old, Osiris of old. These are our great fathers. Imagine if they did not write it upon the walls of time, upon the sands, desert sands. Imagine if they did not write it. How could we have ever known? How could we have ever remembered? Their treasures was plundered, stolen, and hidden. But today we are unearthing it. Their hall of fame. Their intention was that their own sons, as accomplished, as great inventors, as great investors, as great marketers, will continue forever and ever to walk through that hall of fame. But the destroyer has another plan. And that is such that we will continue like dogs be fed with crumbs. We are walking the hall of shame. Like beasts of war and burden, will be pacified with blood, like carnivores, flesh of their own sons and daughters, innocent sons and daughters, flesh and blood of their own sons and daughters, like carnivores. What are we doing? Walking the hall of shame. The intention was that we are going to stand strong and begin to build it and begin to do it. Great doctors, great musicians, great agriculturists, great planters, great engineers, doing it under the sun. But today, what is the choice? To walk the hall of shame. We plant this very homage and thanks to our own great ancestors and let it stand here and shine at the sun. Let it survive the test of the time. We can only remember a few, but we called these ancestors, and our hope is that they will call all of them as co-creators, co-partners that built it, that made it, that enjoyed the earth and left the earth for us. They did not destroy us. If they destroyed everyone, we will not be here today. They preserved total strangers in their chambers. These great fathers, cherished, nourished, adopted sons in their own lodge. These great fathers, they asked questions. They did not jail anyone unjustly. When the universe spoke to them, they listened. They will ask questions. Why is there barrenness in our land amongst us? And when the universe spoke to them, they listened and released those in jail before them, and released those whom they unfairly or unjustly are trading against or upon. We honor them today. Not even a single sword was drawn, according to history, against any man or any woman. Hall of fame was what they planted. And you're wondering, whose voice are you hearing today? This is Maat 789. Maat, knowledge on a word. Maat, the arithmetic, the math you must do in order to build your family, your household, your health, your nation. The math that you must do in order to build your business. Maat 789. When you forget your own ancestors, when you forget the hall of fame that they planted, when you choose not to hear or not to remember, you are inviting yourself and your son and your own daughters to continue to walk the hall of shame. But today, Maat 789, like a landmark, is placed here online forever and ever to remind us of who we are, of our common beginning, of our humble beginning, of our great existence on earth. They did it, and you can. You too can. The one who brought you here, the LTBLIGHT premier member that brought you here, knows that You will shine as the stars. You will be successful. You will sing as the millionaires, as the trillionaires, as the billionaires here on earth. By a recognition that there is a hall of fame that was planted by your own fathers, Amen-Ra of old, Tutankhamen of old, Nefertiti of old, Horus of old, great men and women that passed through our earth, to walk gallantly into their chambers, to walk ebulliently into their lodge. Download the LTBLIGHT will be the antidote kit against the power of the destroyer. The destroyer that is passing over our land with darkness and blood. That brought in grave darkness, Tower of Babel. A once peaceful land now cannot know or enjoy peace again. Deliver us from blood guiltiness, but wars only. Due to darkness, we are now confused, we are now divided. Tower of Babel, our languages have changed. We cannot hear each other again. Speaking against each other, speaking in tongues against each other. Praying upon one another, praying against each other, praying for one another. Praying. But today there is a difference. Download your own LTBLIGHT 10-day exercises. The difference is clear. This is not information overload. 10-day exercises that counts, that positions you in the right position, that brings meaning into your life. It's not going to kill you. Look at it. It's not information overload in any way. Vast ocean, too deep, enough to swallow you. Vast ocean, you cannot be able to understand it. They stand before you for 3 hours. They are speaking and talking and talking and talking and teaching and teaching and teaching. They give you this volume of book. You read it and read it and read it. Where does it lead you to? Does it lead you to the global market? No. But to what? To confusion. Does it lead you to your own father's? Does it bring you back to your own roots? To your own chambers? To your own lodge? No. It continues to drive you away. A journey of no return. But today we are saying, by the power of the Ankh, there is a turning point. You are going to return back. Maat 789 has been planted here forever and ever as a blessing to your soul. Download that LTBLIGHT way building plan and begin to build wealth, so that you can surround yourself with abundance, affluence, and success on it, so that you can be able to pass on a legacy of affluence to your own children. Your own ancestors walked that hall of fame. You too will walk that hall of fame. If you like this very message, this very dynamic message, this very living message, authoritative message that is coming to you live and direct, there's something that you can do. Recognize that it is a great seed, like the mustard seed, that with patience, when you plant it today, it will grow to feed you and sustain you, your existence here and your hereafter. After. It is like gold. If yesterday, because you had chusk, you were passing on trash, garbage, nothing, total nothing to your own neighbors, today you have gold to give to your neighbor. And our assurance is that you will receive back gold 1,000,000 folds over, many years down the line to come, and it shall be well unto us. Today is the 789th day. Remember, we do this magic in broad daylight, saying it the way it is to our own people, so that they will not say we did not hear, nobody told us. So that they will not say we don't know, we are in ignorance, we are clueless. Today you know. You know about the hall of fame started by your own father, and you know about the hall of shame planted by the destroyer and his agents. Remove your hands, and you remove your hands from building that very hall of shame and start to build the hall of fame again. It shall be well with us. Carefully guide your eyes here. For you to build the hall of fame, carefully let your eyes be guided. Let your inner eyes be guided very, very quickly. Can you see it? Build according to the specifications that your own ancestors build. And that way you can be able to walk that hall of fame, and it shall be well unto us. Subscribe to this very channel and like it with all your heart. Promote it, okay? And it shall be well with us. Thank you.